Les Tribulations d'un Cassiere. Smart comme il faut, sophistiqué. French films appear to have a knack of je ne sais quoi, savoir-faire, no matter what. This is not one of the most important films of the past century. Far from it. In fact, it appears to have been ignored by, well, most everybody, except for TV5. It was on TV5 the other day, and that's how I saw it. But still, it proves that even a middle of the road, even a film that is not special, that is not J'accuse, the latest Les Miserables, that is gems, that is landmarks. Okay? Still has an ordinary film, French film, still has sophistication, and many elements that make it different. For instance, even in this, there is a reference, and not just reference, there are whole lines from Racine. There's a little film within the film, or well, play. They're playing, some of the characters in the film are engaged in setting up a production for Le Cid. The Cid will be in English, I guess. And well, there is a crisis in making that, from because this is romantic comedy, from the costumes arrangements to the fact that one of the leading the leading character in the Cid falls in love, and so he's infatuated, obsessed with his feelings. Solvig is by far there, and the actress is phenomenal in playing her. And although she's just a cashier, la tribulation d'un cassier, she is erudite. She has a very solid training, knowledge of French, and erudition, and noblesse oblige, and therefore we're having also this theme of rich versus poor, poor versus rich, because cashier in France, like everywhere else, is very low paid. Indeed, probably at the bottom of the working class, the wages, and still she has to suffer indignities from clients, from bosses. There's a caricature of a boss there. He's abusive, and that's not the norm, I hope. Anyway, it seems exaggerated. Made for both loves and for the villain, to play the villain. And so Solvig, the heroine, has a blog that is more efficient than the syndicate, labor union. So there are some words and some thought-provoking ideas on that, because they have their own flaws, of course. And she is taking care of her brother because her father is sick in the hospital. And in the middle of all this, she finds Prince Charming. Prince Charming that descends in a beautiful night with snowflakes and a beautiful setting. He descends from an old Rolls Royce, an old model, a classic of what, maybe 80 years ago. And They both fall in love at first sight, which is one author said, not at first sight. You see many faces, many bodies, auras, and then you form an opinion. When you saw somebody who has all the beautiful things you've seen, it's not for first sight, it's the 1000th sign. All shaped, were coming into shape, then you're in love. But after, then there's the other idea of Plato, of course, the two spheres, you just find your other half. Anyway, we're not going into that, but that's just to say that the film has emotion, there's feeling, there's charm. The actress, the leading actress, is more charming than, but he's all right than the artist playing this long hoped lover, long hoped for lover. And then there are other twists in the plot because they have a new friend, there's a new cashier that joins the group. Only she is in fact working undercover. She's a journalist trying to find who this very successful blogger is. Someone working as a cashier, writing about the problems they face, writing about her daily experiences, and also mixing something like a journal with talent and with meditations and thoughts on and the politics, the philosophy of the working class, in particular the cashiers. Hundreds of thousands that keep the supermarkets going and the capitalist profits. The many tons she puts on the in front of her on the moving belt there. Tell me now what she has to hear from various individuals, how they don't even say hello, thank you, or anything, and they have many contempt. So there's a lot in there. There's a lot, and the result is much better than average film. Although it will be left to stay there in obscurity, alas.